Hey guys, welcome back to Woods Tree Farm. I'm Phil. So much to be thankful for this year. Hopefully you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful here on the farm in our 7th Christmas season selling trees. I can't believe it's been 7 years already, but 7 years as tree farmers, we have trees ready to cut. And if you've been following along, each of the last 2 years, we've had a few dozen trees each of the last couple of years. In hindsight, that first year, we shouldn't have cut any. We should have kept them and let them get a little bit bigger. But we were anxious to get started, and now we have hundreds of trees around the farm, and we were open this year the weekend and during the week before Thanksgiving, so there's already been a bunch of trees cut from the field so far, but we still have lots more to go. This upcoming weekend we've been taking reservations for trees so that we can kind of spread traffic out a little bit, and we were also using the reservation thing to kind of build some buzz leading up to the holiday season. But being able to spread out the traffic a little bit, I think, is a helpful thing for our team. And this upcoming weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday after Thanksgiving, I know that we have, I think, over 100, 120, something like that, reservations booked. So it's going to be a steady weekend here in the field. And then I'm also sure we will sell hundreds of pre-cut trees this weekend. So looking forward to that. But there's so much to be thankful for out here. Max is running around crazy. You see that, dog? What are you doing? After the season, there's going to be a bunch of work in the field cleaning things up, because we've got things like this where a Virginia pine grew right next to a Scotch pine, and the Scotch pine that's there is diseased and needs to get taken out. Over here are a couple other Scotch pines that need to get taken out. There's just a couple diseased Lelands that I think are not going to improve, and we'll probably take those out. And we've got some crazy trees like this that we've been reserving for greens, for making wreaths and things, and they are getting a little out of hand as well. So we'll probably do some trimming on those. So yeah, this is just an exciting year for us with hundreds of trees ready to cut from the field. Every single tree that we want to cut this season has already been reserved through our website. So I'm sure there's going to be a few disappointed people walk up expecting to be able to cut a tree, and we'll have to tell them that every tree in the field's already been reserved. But a few things that we've done different this year, and we've been kind of anticipating this in the past couple of years, but we set up these tree pickup areas. So it's just a pallet with a big pole so it's visible, but customers are going to drag their trees to these locations. There's 3 this year scattered throughout the field, so the customer will just drag their tree to the nearest one. We got these nice signs made up that say, any tree with a white tag can be cut. Trees are labeled with size and price. Cut as close to the ground. Take your tree to the nearest pickup area and then tear off and keep the bottom half of the tag. We've been using that 2-part tagging system since we started. It works great. It's like a coat check or like a valet, so that we can make sure on the way out customers get the right tree, the tree that is theirs that they chose. And that has been a foolproof way to do it. And the other thing that does is we can kind of get customers done with their trees first, and many folks will kind of linger on the property and do photo props, do hot chocolate and cider, hang out by the fire pit and all that. We can get their tree work out of the way, and then we can hold their tree by the gate until they're ready to go. Another thing we've always done since day one is just really try to play up the experience, give people lots of things to do while they're here. We have numerous photo props set up. We've always done this. And we've got, like the measure sign. We've got the hot cocoa stand further down the hill, the fake barn wall. We've got a fairy garden and a play area for kids. We have a fake snowball fight. The huge fire pit that we have right by our pond is always a big hit. This weekend is supposed to be pretty chilly, so I think people are going to really enjoy it. But this was one of the first things we built on the farm. 6-foot square fire pit, roaring all day long, keeping people warm, serving free hot chocolate and cider, and people roasting marshmallows, just having a good time. And then one of our most popular photo props is the Griswold car this year with a 19-foot cedar tree on top. So that's always good fun as well. So a lot of this stuff I've shared in previous years if you've followed for a while. Some of this is a repeat, but some of this is just kind of an accumulation of lessons learned in 7 years of doing this now. Parking is one thing that's kind of a pet peeve of mine, and I have struggled with trying to get a handle on organized parking, but this is the best system I've come up with yet. I've used these yellow timbers now for a number of years. They're just landscape timbers, which are very affordable. A gallon of yellow paint, very affordable. And what I learned a number of years ago is that having those just on the ground didn't work. People said they didn't see them. So now we've raised them up by putting them either on top of these blocks like this or on top of blocks of wood. So when we open up in the morning, it's always kind of like, the first couple cars that come in, it's like they don't know what to do. But we always try to get one car set here, one car set on the other side of the row, one car set over there. And once you have kind of one example on every row, then it's kind of monkey see, monkey do from there, and people kind of figure it out. So we don't need to pay someone to man the parking lot the entire time. We've got a pile of bundles here ready to go for sale. We've got our twine here ready to go so people can tie trees on their cars. And then on display here this year, I've got upwards of 115 trees on display at any given time. We tried to kind of organize it with our 6 to 7 foot trees on one side, most popular 7 to 8 foot trees through the middle, and then on the far side, our taller 8 to 10 foot trees. We have not gotten anything over 10 feet now 2 years straight. It's just really hard, I found, to find good quality and affordable trees of that size. So we've kind of just gotten out of the big tree game for the time being. Maybe things will change in the future. We certainly get plenty of people asking for taller trees, but not in huge numbers where I can really go out and seek out like a truckload or a big trailer load of those size trees. I might sell 10 or 15 12 footers, and that's it. And that's hardly worth making a dedicated trip somewhere just to get those couple trees. So unless we can get trees of that size from the same suppliers everywhere else, and unless they're a reasonable price, probably just not going to get them for now. But we've gotten some beautiful 9-10 footers this year. Many have already gone out. The people that like big trees tend to get them earlier, and I'm sure by the time we get through Thanksgiving weekend, the remainder of all of our 10-foot trees will be gone. So gearing up for Thanksgiving weekend, we've tried to prepare and tag as many trees as we can to be ready for that weekend. We only have those trees back there standing, a few dozen trees back there. Those are all 7 to 8 footers. Everything else that I have that's 8 to 10 foot is out and tagged. They're organized in these little piles out here. So as we need to restock what's on display, we can quickly grab them and go put them out. This is a pile of 7 to 8 footers ready to go. So these are the kind of things that we've learned operationally in the last couple of years. If we move 110, 120 trees on a Friday or Saturday after Thanksgiving, that means that entire lot where there's 100 plus trees standing up is going to be turned over. So we've got to have trees ready to supply that. In the last couple of days, we've been busy making wreaths, making centerpieces, trying to get all the greenery ready. So we've got some on display out here on this old gate. We've got these little sleds with some swags on it. And inside, we've got a bunch more. So there it is. That's the farm operation. 7 years in the making. We're thankful for what it's become. Thankful for all of our customers that have supported us up to this point. And it seems like things are continuing to grow as we go along. And in years going forward, the number of trees coming out of the field will continue to grow. We're planting more and more and more. We had such heavy losses the first couple years with the trees, just not knowing what we're doing, not choosing right species selection. We had some drought that we didn't really handle appropriately. There were a lot of things, a lot of the tree losses, but we've honed in on all of that. We're having much better survival rates now. So going forward, this year we'll have upwards of 160 to 180 trees cut from the field, and every year going forward it should grow to my goal to get to over 1,000 trees a year. That's still going to be a number of years away, but in the meantime we'll keep doing hundreds of pre-cut trees every year and a growing number from the field, and hopefully things continue to move in that direction for us. So thanks for watching today, guys. If you got questions about the farm, you leave those below in the comments. Answer what I can. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.